Hello, I am back and the screen still looks weird. So, uh, let's see. Gonna try.
On this camera. What looks weird?
I can see something weird going on over here. That's a little bit better.
You just
Oh, no.
shift
Yeah.
yourself.
Okay. Maybe a little bit closer. All right. I think this is as good as it's going to get. We're going to just go ahead and jump in. Do you see this? Can you see the screen, Sal? All right. Everybody jump back in. Say hello. Thank you for your patience. It's fine. Thank you. We'll be a little bit off. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Let me know if that's a little bit better of a view. I promise I will be better next time. Thank you so much for joining me. It is week 2 of our pastels. Hopefully everybody's going to jump back in. Let's see if I can trying to clear the messages here. I think everybody was trying to help me figure out how to get the live on there. So tell me how everybody's doing today. Trying to take some deep breaths here. Hey, Victoria. Hey. Hello, my mother dearest. Thank you for watching. So let me know how you're doing. I'm going to, if you see me looking over to the left, I'm checking out the comments. I will obviously delete the other one because I don't want people watching that one. Say hello. Let me know if you're here, where you're watching from. I have a full face of fun products to play with today, mostly Colourpop, solely because I got a new palette from them. This is their Clear the Air palette, and I thought that there were some pretty looking peachy pastels in there to play with. I was going to use the Citrus Fizz, which is pretty, but these new ones from Colourpop, the center shade is supposed to be a Super Shock, so that sounds like fun. And if that's not good enough, I have another Super Shock that I got that's a pretty silvery, glittery shade. So Victoria's chopping peppers. Awesome. What are you making? I'm going to start with the Colourpop No Filter Matte Concealer. This is a primer that I'm going to put on my face. My mirror is right here. Let me know if you can see me. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm crooked in the screen, guys. This is my very first live for anybody that is potentially new jumping on. My very first live, it was requested, it was suggested, so here I am. I do like this primer. It is a pretty good smoothing, mattifying primer. And I want to fix this camera, and I can't seem to do it. Let it go, Jen. Okay, for eye primer, I do not like Colourpop's eye primer, so I'm going to use a little bit of their concealer. This is the No Filter Concealer. Let me know, did you try Colourpop's eyeshadow primer? Because I did not care for it. And I'm glad that I saw some reviews after I reviewed because other people did not like it either. I think it was just a packaging problem because it was very, very dry and it was in a squeezy tube and it just wasn't user friendly. I'm going to go right into foundation. I love this Soul Body foundation. This is a part of Colourpop. This is the Soul Body line. And the first time I picked this up, I picked it up in the shade 10 and it was a bit too dark. So I picked it up in 8 and it still seems a little bit too dark, but I'm going to make it work because I really do like it. Probably my favorite foundation from Colourpop is their matte one. And of course, it's no longer available. So I'm going to go ahead and use a e.l.f. blending sponge to get this on. And yeah, it's a bit too dark. but we will get a tan in the summer and it'll be better then. And honestly, I'd rather a foundation be a little bit too dark than a little bit too light, because then you just look unhealthy. But it blends so nicely into the skin. You can use it on your face or your body. And you can build up coverage, which my little problem areas, I have a couple going on. I had a good, Haley, if you're watching, we were talking about pimple patches the other day, and I had one coming up right here. And those CosRX, it really did a good job. It did a better job than the Mighty Patch. If you have a pimple patch that you recommend, make sure that you comment below. Hey, Heather. Okay, Stephanie says the camera looks better. Thank the Lord. Thank you, thank you. All right, so hopefully this foundation is not too distracting, being dark. And if you have problem areas, you can take a little bit of concealer. And I think that's the only spot, maybe right here. And blend that in. This is another e.l.f. sponge. It's a little camo concealer sponge. I love this under my eyes. If you didn't see my new Sephora haul and pickup, I picked up this Becca. This is their under eye corrector, and I can't stop using it. Every concealer that I own seems to work much better with this product. It is moisturizing. It does color correct the darkness under the eye, and I'm not getting that dryness that I sometimes get. So the Good Apple concealer has been awesome, but today I'm going to go in with that Colourpop and see if this Becca really helps it. But it is a gorgeous under eye corrector. So far, it's probably my favorite thing that I've gotten from the Sephora sale. Maybe other than my Dior foundation. I do adore Dior. Michelle, are you giggling? I know you love Dior as well. There. Okay. I am going to take care of these brows now. I grabbed my Colourpop eyebrow pencil. I'm not super picky with brow pencils. I think they all pretty much perform the same. I just want a small tip, so I do stick pretty drugstore with that. I did recently pick up the Sephora brand pencil when Sephora was having their sale, and that seems to be, I would say that one I've been picking up a lot, and that's not the first time I've owned that one. And the Wet n Wild micro pencils seem to be my favorites, but this one does a fine job. I just don't like it when you run through them too fast, and that doesn't seem to be the case with this one. And I don't like it when it's too creamy or too stiff. But I think what am I saying? Brow pencils have come a long way. They're pretty easy. So I just go across the bottom and then flick up across the top. Try to make sure that they somewhat match. What do we say? Sisters, not twins, right? Can everybody see okay? I want to try to be as face on as possible so you guys aren't looking at me at an angle. So brows are done. Let's continue on with the face. Yes, thank you. Yeah, Gigi, I know you like it too. I think you were one of the people that recommended it to me. I'm going to go in with my Soul Body Cream Bronzer, which I love. I'm going to use a brush from BH, and this just smells so good, blends so well. I'd say the only struggle I have is user error, in that I like to be heavy-handed. So top of the ear to the center of the eye, and then going around. It's just going to give the face a little more dimension, maybe thin out the face a little bit if you want a little more of a chiseled look. I really like that, and it smells like coconuts, if I didn't mention that. And if you need to blend it a little bit, go in with the sponge and blend it out. Good. Let's see, what should we go into next? I did not bring in my highlight. Well, oh, here I did. Yeah, I did. I have the Soul Body highlight, which this is in the shade Rosé. They don't have this shade anymore, but they do have other shades. But I mean, look how massive. I'll have this for the rest of my life. It is, I mean, and look at that. It is so popping. It is a gorgeous highlight. I am on, thank you. Somebody says my backdrop looks good. If you guys are wondering, that's my child. I have the most supportive family and friends. Thank you. Daniel. Are you guys giggling at his name? So there is the highlight. For blush, I grabbed the Colourpop. This is the blush stick in the shade Roosevelt. And it's just a nice warm. We're going for warm shades today because the eye look I'm going for is more peachy. And I'm just taking my e.l.f. This is their putty primer brush that Taylor Wynn recommended. And I do love it. I own 2 of them now. I have one in here and in my bedroom where I do my makeup on the daily. It's a little bit brown, but I think we're good. I think we can make it work. We're just looking extra bronzy and tan today. And I like to do highlight and then I like to do bronzer, then highlight, then blush. It sort of tones down the highlight a little bit more. Because you don't want, well, I don't want to be glowing to the heavens here. I'm going to set my cream bronzer with one of my new favorites. This is from Flower Beauty. This is their Luminous Bronzer in the shade Sunrise. It is a little bit of a cooler toned bronzer, so it almost works a little bit more as a contour. It's got a little bit of luminosity, and this kind of saved Flower in the bronzer category for me because I had gotten that other bronzer from them that I was not a fan of. Oh, I forgot. I did get a bronzer from Colourpop in this most recent order, but I didn't even know they sell things in. Look how I got this bronzer. It didn't come in a case. I didn't know they did that. I guess you can make your own palette. I should read descriptions more, huh? Okay, so bronzer looks good. You can tell it's cool toned. It pulls a little bit gray, but I think it's okay. I'm going to set the face with this Pretty Fresh powder. I do enjoy it. My biggest complaint about Colourpop's new powder is that, look, I don't even think that I've used this much. Does anybody else have this powder? Have you blown through it? I mean, I did one video and one testing, you know, just on the daily without filming of this as powder foundation, and it did okay. I mean, with my oily skin, I still got oily pretty fast, and now I've just been using it as a setting powder, and I am blowing through it. So I don't know. If you're interested in any of the products that I'm using, I will make sure that I list them all below after the live. So anybody, if you're coming in on replay, you should be able to see them in the description box. I'm going to jump in and start on my eyes now. So this is that new palette that I was telling you about. This is the Clear the Air palette. And just look how pretty. I just think that looks gorgeous. And this center shade is supposed to be, that doesn't look very bright. That is the center shade. Maybe there's a different shade. On the reel, let's talk. BU on in demand. One of these is supposed to be a super shock. I guess we will find out because I am not seeing any crazy bright shades in here right now. I'm a little bummed. I'm putting my finger in all of these shimmers and they all feel pretty normal. I would guess it's the center shade. We'll use it. Maybe it'll look nicer when I put it on the eyes. But here's where I'm going to get a little out of my comfort zone because I'm going with pastels on the eye. And I think I'm going to see if this shade right here shows up, this light peachy shade. It looks like it is one of the only mattes. There's not a whole lot of mattes in this palette. So I'm just using one of my Units brushes. This is from Beautylish, one of my favorite brands. Let's see. Cream bronzer. Yes, I love it. I love it. It is hard to put down that cream bronzer because it's just the Soul Body cream bronzer. It smells so good and it's so user friendly. If you are afraid of cream bronzer or a beginner, it's just easy. So that peach is showing up. I'm putting it on. It's showing up. I tell you, I've been doing a lot of lighter eye makeup lately because I've been testing mascaras, and you can't see the mascara when you have a really heavy eye look, which has been weird for me because I like a deeper outer corner and all that. But I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm going to see what this shimmer down on the bottom here looks like. It looks like a nice, well, it's pretty. But yeah, do you see it is not jumping out with I don't even like how that went on. Let me go ahead and do the other eye and then we'll layer a little bit. Come on, Colourpop, don't let me down. It could be one of those matte with shimmer built in because it is feeling dry on the eyelid. This center one, this one felt creamier, so this is what I think they think the Super Shock is. So I'll try to put that one on top. I mean, that definitely feels better going on, but the pop is still not what I would want it to be. But better. What do you guys think? And of course, there is a deeper shade, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to resist the urge to deepen that outer corner today. Tell me in the comments if you had to choose a pastel to wear on your eyes, what shade would you pick? Would you pick pink? Would you pick yellow, blue, green, peach? That's not bad. I can't say I am blown away. Hi, Cheryl. My poor husband, he started laughing when he pulled up the original live. I need to go downstairs and say thank you when I'm done because he helps me so much. He does. Pretty. I'm going to go under the eye. I'm going to see how deep this brown is right here. And it's pretty. It's got stars in it. I want to see. The under eyes are looking good. Yeah, that brown looks pretty. See, that's nice. I like that. And then there's an even deeper brown. So I know I'll get some use out of this. Just using these. Oh, Stephanie says greenish blue, like a teal. That sounds nice. I have a whole basket over here of shadow palettes that have pastels in them. So I'm just trying to think what I should do next week. Oh, Joan loves blue. Joan is my mother. Let's see. I think the eyes look nice. I think I need a wing. So I'm going to jump into my Colourpop Cream Gel Liner. Pink Tara says pink. You absolutely can. Did you see? You watched the video I did last week with the pink. It was so easy. So easy. All right, I'm taking my little Sigma. This is the Sigma E46 brush. And I may have to hold the camera, so yell it, or hold the mirror. So yell at me if I'm going out of focus, because Jenny's old and needs to get a little bit closer for the wing. But the gel liner just makes everything so easy. There we go. We're back in frame. See if I can do this without dipping again. Towards the eyebrow. And then dipping down. I do not go all the way across. Just keep it simple. there. Kind of elongates the eye. You gotta love it when you're over 40 and you get that crease right there. Don't let the makeup get stuck in your wrinkles. We do our best, right? We do our best. There is that. What is next? I'm gonna curl my lashes and go in with some mascara. This one, I have a couple different lash curlers. This one I like. This is from Tweezerman, I believe. Yep, Tweezerman. They have it in black and rose gold. But curling your lashes really does help. They look so much longer when you do that, when they're going up. Now, I have been testing mascaras, as I mentioned, and that video is coming, but I was amazed. I was having a problem with mascara running. I swear I was, which is why I was using tubing. And I'm almost ready for my video. I have pictures of all the mascaras. I've tried to take notes. And this one, this is the BFF. This one smeared on me yesterday. I had mascara above and below my eyes. So this one's in big trouble. So instead I grabbed this new love of mine. This is the Rare Beauty. Ooh, Cheryl says pink or yellow. I think I would choose yellow. So this is the Rare Beauty mascara, and it is my newest love. I do struggle a little bit with getting it on my lid, but if you know, you can just wait until it dries and then take it off with a spoolie. But this mascara, I had it on the other day, and my mother asked me if I had false lashes on. She said, I can't believe those are your lashes. Now, I will mention this in the mascara video as well. I use a lash serum, and I think that that helps a lot. The late Mel Thompson, she was a creator here on YouTube. She's still on YouTube. I still recommend watching her videos because she was on for years and she was amazing, and she left us too soon. She was a fan of the new lash serum, so I got it on her recommendation, and my lashes are so much better now that I use that. But this mascara, it is one of the lesser expensive mascaras at Sephora. It's $20. I mean, and shoot, you're probably paying, how much is a mascara at the drugstore? $12, $14, $16? Drugstore makeup is getting just as expensive. So I do, oh, mascara in my hair. I do recommend this mascara. So I'm just building it up, taking my time. It does a pretty good job of not getting clumpy if you like to build like I do. And the best part of all, you know, other than the length and volume, is that I have not had any issues with it flaking or running on my eyes. You know, the warmer weather's coming up. I'll be at the beach in June. Cheryl, Tara, maybe I'll get to see you. All right, I am looking for something to fan these eyes. And then I'm going to do my little trick where I blink down and push up with my finger. This is going to give you a little bit of a lash lift. This I learned from Emily Noel. Nice. Do you see how nice and long they look? I think they look very long. You get a little bit of dirty fingers. That's why you wear black pants, right? Let me go ahead and throw some on the bottom. Tell me, guys, do you have a favorite mascara? Comment below what your favorite mascara is. Ah, Stephanie, L'Oreal Voluminous. I think I knew that. I knew that. I forgot liner. I was so excited and nervous. Are you guys having fun? I hope you are. It was a rough start, but we're going good. We're going good. I grabbed I'm going to have to let this mascara set for a minute before I jump into liner. So I'm going to grab a lip liner. I grabbed a Colourpop lip liner in, I think this is Brink. It looks like a pretty mauvey kind of brown. We overline a little bit here. Oh, Stephanie's the only one sharing. Cheryl, you don't have a favorite mascara? I really appreciate those of you that are at work. Oh, hey, Tootie. Hey, Heather. I'm sorry. I'm learning to look at the comments while I'm doing this. I will get better, I promise. Making sure we match. The pushing up on the lashes when they're a little bit damp lifts the lashes so that they stand up higher and look longer against your eyes. So it just gives, it's like a lash lift. And actually, I am going to fill in my lips because I have a new gloss. And that's one of the reasons why I love these lip liners. Gigi, I know you love them too. Colourpop and Morphe are my two #1 lip liners right now. Colourpop is $6, Morphe is $5. And then Colourpop has sales. So does Morphe. Yeah, I learned that lash lift trick, Cheryl, from Emily Noel. I love her. She has such a soothing voice. I love listening to her. Okay, so the two glosses that I got, these are new. They say so glassy. And I have a Colourpop lip oil. I have the Fresh Kiss. They're okay. So let's see if this is a new formula. If I like it, let's swatch these. If I could read the names, that would be lovely. I cannot read the names. Like I said, I will make sure that I have them posted. It looks like one of them is a little more peachy and the other one is a little more gold. So I'm going to swatch the peachy one first. It's fun getting old, isn't it? You can't see. There's the peachy one. The formula feels nice. And then here is the gold one. There's the gold one. I think we should do the peachy one. We don't want to take away from the lips. So this peachy one, oh, I wish I could read it. I can't. Here we go. I actually think this came in a set. The eyeshadow came with the two glosses. It feels on the thick side, but not sticky. I like it. I like it. I will not get any kisses from my husband, but my lips look juicy and plump. What is left? I did not play with this liner, and believe it or not, this is the lip liner in BFF 4, and I figure this would be good for throwing in the waterline. And you know, putting a black liner in your waterline, or close to black, is going to also lengthen your lashes. And I'm going to put it in the bottom waterline as well, just to complete the look. That works out very well. I'm going to check on these brows. They probably got a little messed up with the powders and stuff. Let's fluff them up. And then the brow gel that I've been enjoying, I do have the Colourpop brow wax. I just didn't bring it in with me. I have been, for lazy purposes, enjoying this one from Makeup Revolution. I wasn't sure about it at first, and I think it's really just about the wand. It is just easier than spraying. And you know, the e.l.f. one I love, but you have to bend the spoolie and dip it in, and then you have to clean the spoolie off or it gets yucky. The e.l.f. one, you have to clean it off. The Colourpop one, you have to spray. This is just lazy girl easy. And it doesn't quite hold. It's kind of a weird product because it seems like it doesn't hold as well, but I think it does. It just takes a minute to dry, and then when it sets, it really sets. The first time I used this, I could not get it off. It's just very, and you know, if you don't like your eyebrows to be stiff on your face, you will not like this. But if you're like me and don't want them to move all day long, once this sets, it is fine. The only thing I have to be careful about is powder, because powder will sort of stick in there. Anything else I want to show you? This bronzer that I was a little weirded out about, like I don't understand why it didn't come in a case. I guess that's my fault. I'm going to open it up, but I have never had a powder bronzer from Colourpop, and I got it in the shade, this is Private Party, and it looks pretty. Ooh, it's not showing up a whole lot, is it? Let me see. Yeah, kind of cool toned. We shall see. A little bit light, but I think they were having a sale. I don't think I paid very much. This Super Shock looks very interesting to me. If I didn't have mascara on, I would put some on, but I don't want to get it in my mascara. This is in the shade Tassel. This is what it looks like. And I think it's kind of, see, this feels super creamy. But oh, wow. Look how pretty. Very sparkly and beautiful. I will play with that. But going back to this shadow palette, I think it is the center. I think, you know, when I feel the different textures, I do think that that center one is the Super Shock. It's just not super bold. That's the only disappointing thing that I played with today. I really was expecting it to pop more. But what do you think about the eyes? Do you like them? Do you think it is a nice pastel-y look? Did I get mascara on my top lid? I think I'm okay. Now the mascara would dry and it would be good. Oh, one last thing I did forget to share it or to play with is my e.l.f. This is their No Budge Shadow Stick. I use this every single day. I'm just wiping off the tip. It is, hopefully it's not limited edition, but the shade is, I believe it's Sweet Cream. It's like the white one. And every day I have been putting just a little bit in my inner corner, and it just really brightens the face, brightens the eyes up, makes you look a little bit more awake. Here we go. I think it looks good, like a nice peachy spring look. That gloss, it really, this is my favorite gloss that I've ever tried from Colourpop. It really does feel nice on the lips. They do feel very glassy, kind of Fenty Gloss Bomb vibes, which I appreciate. Favorite products that I played with today, oh, I liked a lot, but I do really like this mascara. I think it is fantastic. I thank you so much to those of you that joined me today. Make sure that if you're watching it on replay, you leave a comment. I hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel before you leave. I post videos 3 times a week. This is an unfamiliar new experience for me today. I wanted to go live. I wanted to play. What time is it? Look at that. I didn't even go an hour. Look at that. Thank you, Mom. My mama likes my look. So thank you again. Sorry about the technical difficulties in the beginning. I love you all, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Now, see if I can figure out how to turn it off.